Doc, on the bit of the asset declaration, there was some work done by the Fourth Estate, published on myjoyonline.com on the 31st of May 2022, and they found out that 19 of President Akufo-Addo's ministers had not declared their assets, at least 19 of them, so there were some who had done that. But on the bit of the finance minister being asked to take over the role of Mr. Alan Kyeremanteng after his resignation, who would have been that person you would have chosen, considering the background that you gave, that people are already asking that the finance minister be sacked, and the president has asked his party members who are in parliament to hold it until the budget was read, and then the IMF deal secured, and then they can begin to have those conversations again. Who in this government would you have, if you were President Akufo-Addo, asked to oversee that ministry?
That's an interesting question. But one thing I can assure you, I will not put a minister who has failed abysmally in that position. Because after the finance ministry, the most important ministry is the Ministry of Food.
So isn't it more of a situation of those ministries appearing to be quite similar and not necessarily about he being Ken Ofori-Atta? It's more about those two ministries working hand in hand, and so probably the president was left with no choice but to ask him to oversee it. And that's why I was asking that question, which ministry or which minister could have been asked to oversee that trade ministry?
Now, as I said, you see, ministries are run by ministers. And you feel you cannot run that ministry, all you have to do is take your pen and resign. Now, Ofori-Atta has refused to leave the seat. Now, if I had been in the shoes of Akufo-Addo, there is no way. In fact, I would even find it so embarrassing to put Ofori-Atta in that ministry or ask him to act as a minister there. He has a lot of people around him. A lot of people. I keep on saying all the time. But he decided to put him there. And as I said, the two ministries, to me, are not, even though one cannot call them identical in any form, they really work hand in hand. And you don't need to put a Minister of Finance there. If the Minister of Finance knows exactly what he's doing and is busy, he won't have time for that. Secondly, you have deputies there. Any of the deputies could have acted for some time until you come on a substantive minister.